Scene: Paris, France. A street where people are protesting. The atmosphere is tense, and citizens are seen shouting slogans, demanding change. Characters: narrator, Louis XVI, Marie Antoinette, Robespierre, Jean-Paul Marat, Georges Danton. Common citizens, revolutionary activists, soldiers, aristocrats, clergy members, merchants, peasants, journalists, philosophers. The narrator enters the stage, with scenes of French palaces and poverty in the background. Narrator: this is the story of a kingdom engulfed in wealth, grandeur, and oppression. By the late 18th century, France was in deep crisis. The royal family lived in luxury while the people suffered from poverty, hunger, and injustice. The disparity between the rich and the poor was enormous, and dissatisfaction was growing. The scene changes to the royal palace, where King Louis XVI and Queen Marie Antoinette are engaged in a feast. The table is adorned with extravagant dishes, and courtiers laugh and celebrate. Louis XVI. The people are always complaining. The treasury is empty, but what can we do? We have debts from past wars, and raising taxes is the only solution. Marie Antoinette, laughing. If they have no bread, why don't they eat cake? It is not our fault if they cannot manage their affairs properly. The scene shifts to the streets of Paris, where people are protesting for bread. Women holding their starving children beg for food. Common citizen. We are hungry. We demand justice. We work tirelessly, yet we have nothing to eat. Another citizen holds up a newspaper containing revolutionary ideas. Revolutionary activist. The time has come for change. We will not be ruled by a monarchy that ignores our suffering. We must take our future into our own hands. Narrator: France's economy was bankrupt. The king convened the Estates General in 1789 to raise taxes, but the people rejected it and formed the National Assembly. The Third Estate, which represented the common people, took matters into their own hands and swore the tennis court oath, vowing not to disband until a new constitution was created. The National Assembly is in session on stage, with heated debates taking place. Robespierre: we must limit the king's power. The rights of the people come first. No longer shall we be oppressed by the aristocracy and clergy who live off our labor. Jean-Paul Marat: the people must rise. If the monarchy will not listen, then revolution is our only answer. Narrator: on July 14, 1789, the people stormed the famous Bastille prison in Paris. This marked the beginning of the revolution. The Bastille, a symbol of royal tyranny, was torn down by enraged citizens, setting off a chain of events that would change the course of history. A crowd storms the Bastille, the fortress falls. Citizens cheer and wave the tricolor flag of the revolution. Common citizen. Liberty. Equality. Fraternity. This is our moment of triumph. Louis XVI is captured and brought to trial. The revolutionary court is in session, filled with angry citizens demanding justice. Georges Danton: Louis XVI is a traitor. He must be executed. The revolution cannot succeed if he remains alive. Louis XVI: I am not an enemy of my country. I only seek peace. My intentions were never to harm my people. The court remains silent as the final verdict is read. Narrator: on January 21, 1793, Louis XVI was executed by the guillotine. The monarchy was abolished, and France declared itself a republic. Soon after, Queen Marie Antoinette met the same fate. A solemn drumroll is heard as the guillotine blade falls. The crowd erupts in cheers and cries of relief. The focus shifts to Robespierre and his supporters as they gain control. Guillotine executions become more frequent. Robespierre: every enemy must be eradicated. Freedom demands sacrifice. If we hesitate, our revolution will be in vain. Narrator: between 1793 and 1794, the revolution took a bloody turn. Thousands were executed on charges of treason. The Reign of Terror had begun, with Robespierre and his Committee of Public Safety ruling with an iron fist. The guillotine works tirelessly, and citizens watch in horror. Even revolutionaries begin to fear for their lives. Philosopher: is this what we fought for? Have we replaced one tyranny with another? Journalists write accounts of the executions, spreading fear and anxiety. A secret meeting of revolutionaries opposed to Robespierre takes place. Danton: Robespierre has become a dictator. If we do not act, he will destroy us all. Shortly after, Robespierre himself is arrested and sentenced to death. Narrator: Robespierre's rule ended in 1794 when he was executed by the same guillotine he had used against so many others. The reign of terror came to an end, but France was left in chaos. A transitional scene shows France in disorder. People wonder what the future holds. Narrator. In 1799, Napoleon Bonaparte seized power, bringing the revolution to an end. The French Republic was established, but a new dictatorship began. Napoleon's rise marked a turning point, leading France into a new era of military conquest and political reform. Napoleon, dressed in his military uniform, stands before his army as they salute him. Napoleon. France needs order, and I will bring it. The revolution has given us a new foundation, but now we must build upon it with strength and unity. The crowd cheers, though some look on with skepticism. Narrator. The French Revolution revived the ideals of democracy and human rights, but its consequences remain debated to this day. It was a time of courage, sacrifice, and transformation, shaping the modern world in ways never imagined. The lights dim, and the echo of the revolution resounds: liberty, equality, fraternity. End.